Hey everybody, Mr. Gerhard here. Just wanted to kind of show you a quick and easy way to use your graphing calculator to make some histograms, some dot plots, and some box plots, all things which we'll be doing quite frequently in this class. So the first thing we got to do is we got to open up a list and spreadsheet page in our Inspire. And if you didn't have this already, you go to Control Doc, or from the home screen, you can just click on the list and spreadsheet one, which is here. We already have that open, so we're good to go. This, I copy and pasted some data into the list and spreadsheet page from cleveland.com, and it's basically the median household income by city. This is using census data. This is from 2016, I believe. And so it's got the different ranks and the different incomes for the different cities. So you can kind of scroll down and you can see where some of the cities are. But we're going to scroll all the way back up. And the only thing that I will say is I had to mess around with the numbers a little bit. The Inspire likes knowing that it's numbers and not text or something else. So I had to change it on Google Spreadsheet to make sure there was a certain format. They don't like the commas in there. They don't like the dollar signs in there. And so they just like it as a number. So make sure the formatting's right if you're going to copy and paste stuff in. Once you have your data in, you're going to go ahead and you're going to insert a data and statistics page. So you can do Control Doc, and 5 is data and statistics. And you're just going to see lots of dots. We got them all over the place here. That's okay. Yours may look a little different. That's fine. You can kind of see it's like the names of the cities in here, and you kind of see each dot has like a different income and rank and so on and so forth. So it's basically just a visual representation of the data. We're going to go ahead and we're going to come down here to where it says click to add variable. And we are interested in the income. I don't really care so much as to what cities which or the rank. I just want to know how much each one is. And you can see the dots all kind of move together, and they go into their separate ways. And this is our dot plot. The Inspire's default graph is a dot plot. So you can see each data point, it represents a different city, a different amount of income, and you can kind of see how this graph is shaping up. Dot plots are very easy to do, especially on the Inspire, and we can see very easily what's going on. We can see a couple big income cities here, and then everybody else back over here. We can also change this into a histogram, which is a more commonly used display, and we're going to go ahead and do that by clicking on menu, and then we're going to change plot type. You can see dot plot is what we're on. That's why it's grayed out. Then we got box plot and histogram. So let's go to histogram. And you can see then it changes the dots into bars, which is pretty cool. We can see how many are in each category. Notice that the intervals include the left endpoint, but not the right, hence the bracket and the parenthesis. Thinking back to Algebra 2 pre-calc, when you talk about intervals, brackets include that value, parentheses do not, and you can see that there's 54 cities in that $40,466 to $50,466 range. One thing that I don't like is that just seems kind of like a very odd range. So why don't we switch it up a little bit and we'll change the bins or how wide the bars are. So if we go to menu, plot properties, histogram properties, bin settings, and we usually want the bins to be equal width. We're going to say the width is 10,000, but instead of starting at 20,466, let's just start at 20,000. Okay, and when I click OK, it adjusts a little bit, and you can now see that there's 50 points in the $40,000 to $50,000 bin range, 53 points in the 50 to 60,000, so on and so forth. So you can kind of see how those work. If it were to change things a lot, we could change the window by going menu, window zoom, zoom data, and it kind of just makes it look a little prettier. And you can kind of see how those bin widths are set up. If you don't like the fact that there's so many bins, we can make the bins a little bit smaller. Again, histogram properties, bin settings, equal bin width, and maybe we'll make the width 20,000, so that it will start at 20,000, it'll go 20,000, 40,000, 60,000, so on and so forth. Our bins will be bigger, and we'll have more data within them. So you can see here the bins are kind of going off the page. We also went down here and passed kind of where we're at. So again, let's go menu, window zoom, zoom data, and that gives us a little bit better bins or graph to look at. Not so many bins, a little bit bigger picture as to what's going on here. You can see that our bin widths are 20,000. We're good to go. Last thing we're going to do is we could change this into a box and whisker plot, or a box plot. That's the other type of plot that the Inspire does very easily for quantitative data. And you click box plot, and there you go. You can see here it's using our criteria to define outliers, which we'll talk about. It's using the 1.5 times the IQR criteria. So these points here are more than 1.5 times the IQR plus this Q3 value of $80,057. So if you notice that, there are a couple of different outliers here. You can go back and kind of check to see what those are back in your table on page 1.1. So we can make different plots, dot plots, histograms, box plots, all in the Inspire. Pretty easy to do, and hopefully that helps.